Hello guys, Irish Val here. Today we're going to have a look at Dead Island, an upcoming open world horror action adventure video game by Techland. That was a mouthful. Basically you're on a zombie infested island. There's four survivors that are immune to the zombie infection, and those four survivors are Zin Mai, the assassin class, and a staff member at the hotel, Logan, a surfer, Sambi, the tank class, and a former rapper, and Perna, a bodyguard. Um, Now, what I really like about this game is the fact that the zombies have been fully modeled layers of meat and muscle rendered onto their body. As in, if you hit that zombie, there's going to be chunks flying everywhere. It's a real kind of gory kind of thing, um, kind of sadistic, but that it's cool. You have to admit, and it might provide a few frights and things like that. Now, something I did want to say, and I wasn't sure when to say it, whether to say it in this or say it in my Minecraft videos, um, was that I got a message from, well, I'm not going to name who it was from, obviously, but I'm not sure if he was trolling or what, but he just said to me, um, why do you do videos, if you're only getting, a few hits on every video and stuff like that? I've, what, 70 something subscribers now, and every single one, guys, mean a lot. Um, like I even remember, I still know the name of my first subscriber and stuff like that. Um, but, you know, it's hard to explain, like, if I know if I only got one subscriber and one view on every video, I'd appreciate that, and I'd keep doing the videos, because it's the fact that that one person is coming home, sitting down at their computer, whether it be from a hard day at work or an even harder day in school. um, they're taking the time out of their day to sit down and look at what I have to say and what games I'm playing and what I'm doing today, and it's mad when you try to think about it in terms of the 76 subscribers I have currently, coming in and sitting down and actually looking at what I'm doing. So that is the reason I keep doing it. Now back to the actual game. There are a few enemies that have been confirmed. The Suicider, which is a large enemy with boils upon its body, disfigured guy. Um, the Butcher, shaped like a human with long hair but missing both arms from the elbow, with only bones sticking out of the sockets. The Ram, a large man wrapped in a straitjacket with a mask covering his mouth. And finally, the Drowner, another large disfigured enemy covered in slime with red eyes. Now, the interesting thing about this game is that it was actually meant to release in 2007. Now, I have no idea why it was delayed so long or what happened to it. If this had come out in 2007, well, I don't know if the graphics are 2007 graphics. I'm sure they've worked upon that, and maybe the delay was that they weren't working on this game. They kind of pushed it to the side and worked on something else, But if this had come out back then, it would have been amazing. One of the best games, I'd have to say. Um, Now, the other thing I like about the game is it's based in Palms Resort in Benoi, off the coast of Papua New Guinea. Now, Benoi is not a real place. Papua New Guinea is. Um, but I, it's mad the way it's kind of, it feels real in a way. Like, I like games where it's based on an actual place, because it kind of brings in that realism, and hopefully it provides kind of bigger scares and things like that. Now the release date for it at the moment, as it stands, is September 6, 2011 in the US, and September the 9th 2011 worldwide. Now there was a thing about the logo of Dead Island, which I found particularly interesting. In the US, the box itself will be different to worldwide one. Um, as in the Dead Island I've always seen and kind of come to know, when I see it, that's it, is the zombie hanging out of the tree for the I in Island. Now in America, they're not allowed to do that for whatever reason. I think it's something to do with the copyright logo. Um, or the original version of Dead Island, I think, had the same logo, and they won't let them use it in North America or something. Um, so it's just a zombie standing beside the tree for the island. I'm kind of sad for actually even thinking that's interesting, to be honest. But another thing is the actual trailer itself, the cinematic trailer we saw was absolutely amazing. Um, I thought it was anyway. If you haven't checked it out, I'll put a link below to that. I just thought it was one of the best game trailers I've ever seen. And I can say that because I know no one's going to say, well, no, it's not, because it's literally jaw-dropping the first time you've seen it. Like, I kept going back to watch it again and again and again. Um, but the thing that a lot of people are saying about it is the gameplay itself isn't kind of in depth, or not in depth, what's the word? You don't get emotionally as involved with the game as you do with the game trailer. Now, that could have some truth to it. I wasn't at E3, unfortunately, so I didn't get a chance to get my hands on the game. Plus, and I'm sorry, any Xbox people that I offend, I'm not a PS3 fanboy. I'm a fanboy of the controller actually because, it's what I'm used to. People say, oh yeah, the Xbox controller, it's better because it's bigger and shit like that. But I prefer the PS3 controller just because, it's more comfortable for me. And I think that's really what a lot of people who choose the PS3, that's the only reason they kind of choose it, you know. Um, well, not the only reasons, but one of the main reasons, we'll say. But the game itself, I think it looks pretty cool. You've your vehicles, you've killing zombies, you've guns, you've melee weapons, you've open world. You can just go, you can just log into the game and go beat around some zombies, log back out, and apparently it keeps moving forward even when you're not in the game. Now, just sticking to the fact that you can log in and log out, I'm not sure how that'll work, but the multiplayer of the game is the co-op. Now, I've seen games obviously do it where you can have the co-op online. Just off the top of my head, Army of Two, you can play the co-op online, but it was in most of the games I've seen it, it's not been the multiplayer. There's been other something else, like player versus player and things like that. But, you know, I just think again, a lot of people have been saying, it's like Left 4 Dead for the PS3, and stuff like that. But, even though it's coming out on Xbox and the PC as well, just in case anyone gets confused there. Um, but uh, yeah, but is every zombie game going to be compared to Left 4 Dead? Is everything going to be Left 4 Dead? And for some reason, I just can't think of the name of the game. You guys will know it. It's like, oh yeah, oh my God, would you believe this? World of Warcraft. How did I forget it? The whole, oh yeah, it's a WoW clone and all this, just because it uses, the item bar at the bottom might have squares, or something like stupid like that. Or, there's a crafting system similar to World of Warcraft. Oh yeah, it's a WoW clone. I'm sorry, there's nothing to it. It's a WoW clone and all this. Which in some cases is true, don't get me wrong, like Runes of Magic is clearly free to play WoW, you know what I mean? Um, I'm probably confusing anyone that has no interest in MMOs at all. But yeah, that's basically what I kind of think is going on with the Left 4 Dead thing. It's just a case of, calling it just because it has zombies in it. It's completely different, or not completely different, but it's different in a way. Um, Now I'm not going to say it's better because I'll probably start a shitstorm, and I haven't played it yet. And unfortunately, I actually tried to play Left 4 Dead 2 on this laptop the other day, and it completely wrecked the laptop again. Um, so I've nothing to compare it to really. It's been a while since I played any Left 4 Dead, so I remember though it was an absolutely amazing game, and hopefully this one is too. There's no point in calling it a Left 4 Dead, um, because it's a new game. It hasn't come out yet. No one, well, not no one has played it, but quite a few people haven't had the luxury of playing it. Um, but hopefully we will September. And again, guys, I'm doing this video so you can leave a like or a comment and let me know whether you want to see this or whether you don't want to see this. Now, the reason I'm doing this at the moment is because it's kind of before the game, a good while before the games come out. Just so it gives me the time to get the equipment and the setup to possibly do the PS3 gameplays. And I want to pick out what I like from E3, show it to you, do a little commentary about it, say why I think it's good, um, and what you call it, just see if you liked it and whatever. Because there's no point in me picking up a game that I don't personally like, but say 10 subscribers like, and I absolutely hate because it's just not going to sound right. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to sound bored and shit like that. Um, but yeah, so I am going to say goodbye now. I think that's pretty much all I have to say today. For this E3 gameplay trailer or whatever you want to call it. Have a good day, guys. I will be back later with another Minecraft video. I'm going to keep you guessing on whether I continue with the cure after my untimely death and rage quit, um, or I do something else. So tune in for that later. Bye, guys.